Okay, so I do want to talk about the main event in detail tonight before I pack it in for the night and just go play some video games and chill out. But what I was thinking about was how Islam Makhachev kind of underperformed. I don't know what it was, but he came looking into that octagon very pale. For the first couple rounds, he really looked pale, and then it didn't look like he was comfortable and got his color back until round 3. And even then, it was only ever so slightly he got his color back. And ever since then, it seemed like his wrestling wasn't the same as Khabib's. It definitely, he's got really good grappling. Like, he hit a few judo tosses on Poirier. He hit a few ankle picks, the ankle pick that led to the Darce in round 5. But someone like Khabib would shoot a double leg and you would know it was coming and there would not be a thing you could do about it. Islam would shoot double legs and singles, and Poirier was stuffing them. Now, Poirier does have really good takedown defense. But in the first round, it was very dominant for Islam. He rocks Poirier and then gets him down and then takes his back. And I thought it was going to be lights out for Poirier very soon, but then things kind of started to dip in and out, where it was like, decision I still saw going an Islam Makhachev victory, but Poirier did put up quite a bit of a fight. And maybe that was just Poirier just being whatever. He wasn't putting any mental pressure on himself. He was just happy to be there, get a check, and put on one last title fight, win or lose. He's a very accomplished fighter. He's definitely one of the all-time greats in the sport. And even said it best that he's thinking about just hanging it up because what else is there to do? And he's right. Like, what else is there to be around with? I think we're starting to see this generation of fighters just dwindle away. And it is what it is. You know, I think right now the golden era of the UFC, back in the days of UFC 229 when Conor McGregor, Khabib, and Tony Ferguson were the guys in the lightweight division, that time's up. Definitely a new generation, new fighters, and you can't really hate it all. It is what it is, but man, just seeing what it is, just against a veteran where you should have had a dominant victory and you still had some struggle there. If Islam wants to fight for the 170 title against Leon Edwards, I really think he should do another fight at 155, just because he needs to fight one of these guys in the top of the rankings, where he could have some dominant victories. Maybe against maybe against Justin Gaethje, maybe against Max Holloway, who knows. But one thing is for sure, I don't think he's ready to take on someone bigger than him, because Leon Edwards defeated Kamaru Usman twice. And we all know Usman's game plan. He's a gigantic wrestler, smotherer. And yeah, you catch my drift. Islam is smaller than Usman, smaller than Edwards. And I don't think he's ready for the 170 shot, to be honest. And I'm just saying that as looking out for his better interest and as a fan of Islam. But yeah, you catch my drift. I think he needs to go out and at least reassess things, because he tends to get arrogant, underperforms, then corrects his mistake, arrogant, underperforms. And is he going to correct his mistake here, or is he going to get arrogant again and think he's the best there is? Because when he starts to do that, that's his Achilles heel. He's like Luke Rockhold at 155, except he actually has a title defense. But we've seen that with guys like Luke Rockhold. Their attitude and their ego could get the better of them. And for a guy like Islam and all those Dagestani fighters in the standard they're held to, especially in the UFC, I just don't think that that's acceptable. But that's just my opinion. Peace out. Looking forward to talking about some future cards and some more fights from UFC 302. But sayonara, I'm going to go to sleep.